DataWrap's GL reconciliation enables you to view and analyze transactions against a single GL account or a group of GL accounts across a range of periods. You first select whether to reconcile a single GL account or a group of GL accounts known as a reconciliation set. I'm first going to select a single GL account and view the transactions processed against it from the beginning of the previous financial year up to the current financial period. This GL account is used for all prepaid expenses. The Transactions pane here shows all the transactions posted to the account for the range of periods I selected. If you highlight an individual transaction, the journal details and its associated lines can be viewed here. Against each transaction, you can assign a user-defined status, such as the one I've defined against this transaction, to indicate that it requires further investigation. You can also create notes against a transaction and attach multimedia, perhaps containing supporting documentation. You can do all of these things using these buttons or via the right click. In this example, what I'd like to analyze is what portion of the original prepayment remains to date for each type of prepayment. To achieve this, I've already begun to group like transactions into these groups here. I'm going to add an additional group for car insurance. When adding a group, you can specify whether the group is a contra group, which will then disallow the group being added unless the credit and debit transactions equal each other. You can also select to exclude transactions you add to a group from the list of transactions, but regardless of this setting, you can still choose to include or exclude them at runtime. You can also add a user-defined status to the group, and any transaction then added to the group will automatically inherit the status. For the moment, I'm going to leave that blank. You can add transactions to a group by double-clicking on them, using this button, or via the right click. And when you're finished, you can save the group. When you highlight any group, you can see the transactions associated with the group here. In our example, this also shows the original prepayment amount and both the individual transactions processed against the prepayment as well as the total. I'm satisfied that this software group is correct, so I'm going to change the status against the group to be verified. There are a number of actions that you can perform in the GL reconciliation for which electronic signatures can be set up. I have defined one for when the status is changed against a group, so I have to provide my operator password in order to continue. As you can see, all the transactions linked to this group are now highlighted in green. This is because I have defined a list view style against the status. This is also the reason why the transaction I flagged as requiring investigation earlier is shown in red. You can define notes against a group, and you can also select to include the group's transactions in the main transactions pane or not by using this toggle. The history pane here shows the balances and the movement for the range of periods you selected. In my second example, I have grouped together all the telephone accounts for the company into one reconciliation set so that I can analyze the transactions at a company level. Again, you can select the range of periods for which you would like to analyze the transactions. This time I'm going to select just the current year. I can immediately see what the telephone costs are for the company. Again, I could group these transactions by branch or just analyze them directly within the Transactions pane. I'm concerned that there are some duplicate journals here, so I'm going to flag them as requiring investigation. When you view the history for a reconciliation set, in addition to seeing the balances and movement for the periods, you can further drill down to see this information for each of the GL accounts included in the reconciliation set. This product comes bundled with online help, and there is also a reference guide that can be downloaded from our support site. The GL reconciliation is available for SysPro 6.0, SP1 and later. It's free when licensed as part of the Subledger Reconciliation Utilities bundle. We offer a free 7-day trial to potential customers who would like to see the product working on their own data. Please contact us for more information on our free trial, as well as our various licensing options. Our reconciliation products do not update SysPro tables. We extract data from SysPro into our own tables and work with it there. I hope this demonstration has been informative. Thank you for watching.